Over the past few months, Ripple has achieved considerable success in its fight against the SEC. But few people know that there have also been many significant events unrelated to the SEC. Or you want to find out? Then stay with us and we will tell you everything. A well-known media figure and participant in the XRP community named Ari has appeared to refute rumors that Ripple used XRP in an initial coin offering, ISO. In reaction to a report from Protos, Ari made her comments. Ripple does not hold the majority of UNLs on the XRP ledger, contrary to what the media outlet said. Notably, the Protos article claims that one of the world's first initial coin offerings, ICOS, was carried out by Ripple. In December 2020, the US SEC accused Ripple and its officials of violating the same allegation. Ari reiterated that Ripple never conducted an ICO, reiterating the company's prior position. To put things in perspective, an ICO is a kind of crowdfunding that entrepreneurs and projects utilize to generate money by releasing a new coin, similar to initial public offers, IPOs. In conventional finance, initial coin offerings, ICOs sell freshly produced digital tokens to investors rather than shares of a corporation. Ripple has strenuously disputed that it had a single offering for the asset in the way expected of an ISO, despite selling XRP to the public to finance its infrastructure. Additionally, although ICOs often include freshly created tokens, Ripple's sale of XRP involves an asset that is already in circulation and tradable on a number of platforms. Ari emphasized that XRP had been in circulation for up to 3 years prior to the debut of Ether. Despite the Protos report's claim that investors had to buy XRP using Ethereum. The XRP using Ethereum. During the ISO, this demonstrates that XRP predated the alleged ISO by a significant amount of time. Every other instance in which courts determined that exchanges of digital assets constituted investment contracts included the issuer's initial coin offering, ICO, or other guarantee of future tokens. At the commencement of the SEC's action, Ripple admitted in court that company had never performed an initial coin offering, ICO, never sold future tokens to generate money, and had no contracts with the overwhelming majority of XRP holders. Additionally, Chris Giancarlo, a former head of the FCE, has stated in the past that buyers of XRP do not depend on Ripple's efforts for profits, which is the basis for the SEC's classification of assets as investment contracts. Giancarlo brought out the fact that XRP is a token on the XRP ledger, apart from Ripple. XRP and the XRP ledger would continue to operate even if Ripple were to fail. He emphasized that the network is kept up by independent third-party validators, independent of Ripple. In a different Protos report, it was claimed that Ripple controls the cooperation rate of UNLs, inferring some type of control over the XRP ledger's consensus process. This casts doubt on the XRP's decentralized structure. The Crypto Basic has previously revealed that others like Justin Bonds also feel this way. The XRP community responded to the latest Protos article and attempted to refute the assertions made. Notably, Ripple is not associated with the XRP Foundation, which oversees the Dunnel, which now has 36 validators. Instead, independent community members run the foundation. Members of the community also drew attention to the fact that, although while the network suggests UNLs, individuals are always free to choose whatever one they like. The Key 2 of Ripple, David Schwartz, recently emphasized that while digital assets like as XRP and Bitcoin are not intrinsically securities, they may be considered as such when traded in the main market, according to John Deaton, a proponent attorney for Ripple. This point of view opens the door to a resolution between Ripple and the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC. Deaton underlines the need of scrutinizing individual transactions in both primary and secondary XRP sales. Although digital assets are not in and of themselves securities, the individual circumstances of each transaction must be considered to decide if they may be categorized as securities. According to Deaton, digital assets like as XRP and Bitcoin do not fulfill the Howey test criterion for being called securities. In the context of an XRP sale, however, the asset may be viewed as a security during the transaction. As a result, both primary and secondary market transactions must be scrutinized by the SEC to establish their categorization. The attorney backs up his point by citing previous legal examples. He cites the SEC-CV's Elbrey case, in which the court determined that secondary sales of Elbrey credits, LBC, tokens should not be considered securities transactions. This discovery is significant because of its possible influence on the SEC's case against Ripple. If XRP is recognized as not being a security in and of itself but capable of being sold as one, the court battle's result may alter. Drawing similarities to the Elbrey case, in which the SEC determined that secondary sales of Elbrey coins did not constitute securities transactions, a settlement with comparable ramifications for Ripple appears more possible. This development may be seen positively by Ripple and XRP enthusiasts. In a prospective settlement, XRP may be regarded a security only in primary transactions done by Ripple and its executives, while secondary market sales may be excluded. This discrepancy has major ramifications for XRP's regulatory position in trading. Ripple's Chief Technology Officer, David Schwartz, recently sent out a contentious tweet criticizing Stellar Lumens' Jed McCaleb. When comparing Ripple with Stellar, Schwartz called McCaleb a crazy fool holding a live grenade and referred to Stellar as a strange hybrid of Ripple and Stellar. As was to be anticipated, Schwartz's latest remarks have generated almost 200,000 interactions in the Bitcoin community. A crypto influencer questioned the Ripple Q2 about Stellar in a tweet from August 2022. McCaleb said that the Stellar ledger poses a danger to XRP, but Schwartz remained silent. The co-founder of Stellar's remarks suggested that relations between the two parties were not good. Related reading: Sam Bankman. Fried, the founder of FTX, pleads not guilty and requests the court to dismiss the charges. The co-founder of Stellar referred to an update of the most recent program in the Las Vegas XRP community in a tweet on May 8th. McCaleb suggested that the SEC's chair step in to set things straight in an apparent reference to the current dispute between Ripple and the SEC. A few hours after posting the tweet, Schwartz referred to McCaleb as an idiot and warned cryptocurrency fans to avoid him. He used a video clip of a police officer who unintentionally set off a live bomb in a vehicle as an example. Schwartz came to the conclusion that McCaleb is portrayed in the video footage. Some question the propriety of this rhetoric, chastising Schwartz for using such crude language instead of emphasizing the advantages of Ripple's technology. However, a number of people supported the Ripple cut. In response, the co-founder of Stellar said, "Envy is never a good look, Schwartz." McCaleb also said that if the Ripple KO is interested in working as his secretary to handle calls for him, there is a position at Stellar. Although both groups' blockchain payment systems strive to enhance the financial industry, it is hard to predict when their issue will be resolved. It's not the ideal moment for attacks on one another while the crypto business is now engaged in a battle with authorities. According to attorney John Deaton, it will be preferable for cryptocurrency businesses to work together and develop winning strategies.